What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic you choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topic as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman Like That podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and enjoy the show. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 5. Yes, hello everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boy Podcast, your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. And we only have 5 episodes left for season 5, y'all. 5 episodes left, y'all. We are almost done this season. And this has been a pretty fun season. I'm not going to hold you. And just want to say thank you everybody that took the time and listened to MrGentleman Like That Podcast Season 5 and all of the spin-off shows. It really means a lot, y'all. And once again, I thank y'all. So you already know, today we have our special guest. We have a podcaster on the show. She have a podcast show called Dating Will Be the Death of Me. It's a really good show, y'all. Check it out, y'all. And we're going to talk to her about her podcast show, her many dating experience and dating stories that she have, and many more. This was a really good interview. I had a really good time doing the interview, and I'm definitely going to bring her back for a feature interview because she got many more stories, and I enjoy the conversation that we have. So y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
My name is Kendra Crump, and you are listening to the MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at the time, I will be giving y'all the MrGentleman Facts quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, do not give up on love. And what I mean by that is, yeah, sometimes dating in this generation is hard. It's really hard. You got people you just can't trust. You got people who doing shady things. You got people who wasting your time. But even through all those bad things, you just can't give up on love, you know? Yeah, because you have to go through the bad before you get to the good. So do not give up on love, because love is for everybody. Don't give up on love, because it's somebody out there for everybody. Trust me, it is. And that is today, MrGentleman Facts quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman of MrGentleman Like That Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Like That Podcast, where we bring many guests telling about their stories about their brand they got going on. Also about me telling y'all my personal stories about things that are going on in my life. Also, we have many spin-off shows on MrGentleman Like That Podcast called The Old School Show with myself and the star writing Rod, where we talk anything old school, which happen every 4th or 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. on the MrGentleman Like That Podcast Network, and another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many artists about their music journey. And also we have a roundtable music discussion about anything music, and which should come on every first Sunday at 12 a.m. on MrGentleman Like That Podcast Network. And yeah, you already know, if y'all need a podcast to listen to, check out MrGentleman Like That Podcast. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Good Pod, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Good Pod, Podchaser, and Apple Podcasts. You know, the more y'all rate, the more love the show get. Y'all can also check it out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube now. Ken, aka MrGentleman Like That TV. And also support the website of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, MrGentleman Like That Podcast.com. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and have a good day, night, wherever you're listening to this episode. Back to the show. True. Yeah, I have a public service announcement. So I'm doing this episode. It was a very small error. For some reason, you couldn't hear myself and Amanda discussing the topic of Beyonce and Rihanna, where we say who would be better off for verses. But y'all couldn't hear Amanda's answer for some reason. That was on Zoom part. So that part been cut off out of my control. But other than that, this was a really dope interview, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it and enjoy this interview.
Hi, this is Amanda from Dating Will Be the Death of Me, and you are listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at the time, I got a special guest. She is a podcast host. She got a podcast show called Dating Will Be the Death of Me. We got Miss Amanda in the building. Amanda, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I am good. And welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me on. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I am excited about this as well. And let us get into it. So where are you from?
I'm from Boston, born and raised. So I'm an East Coast girl.
Okay, nice. East Coast of the building. Brooklyn, New York is here. So yeah. So if you could describe yourself with one word, what would that word be and why?
Oh, that's a good question. One word. I would say I'm patient. Yeah, that definitely is something that I have to be both in like my professional life, but also in my personal life. So patient.
Okay, nice. So what is one of your favorite things you like to do at your own time?
I'm big into sports, so unfortunately my Celtics did not pull through for the NBA championship. But yeah, I like sports. I watch sports. I play sports.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like what sport do you play?
So basketball and soccer are my two big ones. I'm short, so no one expects basketball from me. But yeah, basketball and soccer, and I've kept up with basketball more because it's easier to play. Just pick up games and stuff.
Do you have a favorite team for basketball?
The Celtics.
Celtics, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you? Are you?
Yeah, I do. I'm a Knicks fan, but yeah, we don't have to. We don't have to get to that.
Yeah, we probably have like all teams totally opposite.
Yeah, I know. So let's talk about your beginning of life. So how was you growing up?
It's kind of funny. So I used to be like wicked shy, which is funny because like now I'm a teacher, and I had students ask me like, how are you shy and like you get up in front of a room and talk to people? But I was really shy. I think because I had such a big family that I just kind of would listen a lot rather than try to compete with like a bunch of different people just yelling, basically. So yeah, I was shy. I was athletic. I have a close-knit group of friends. We've all been friends for like at least 12 years. So yeah, pretty just your average girl growing up, I guess. I was kind of sneaky. Like I definitely got in trouble sometimes, but I was good at not getting caught for some things. So probably should have gotten in more trouble, but
that's always good. And I could relate to being the shy part. I am shy too, and people always ask me all the time, like, how you could do all these things like podcasting, I do acting, club promoting, and you shy. Like sometimes you just gotta go out there and do things and not let the shyness, hold you back. So I could relate to you being shy, and that's good that you got through that shyness and just killing it. You're a teacher and stuff like that. So and you got a do a podcast show too that we're gonna get to as well. But
how do you think you got over being shy? Because it is all those things that you mentioned are like you do have to be a personality and like
yeah. I mean, how did I got over it is I guess like I wanted to just do more things, like get myself more out there. So I know if I'm just being shy, I just can't do that. So I had to just learn to get myself out there and just, I guess, fake it till you make it. I guess.
Yeah. It probably gets easier too, as the more you fake it, the more it just becomes like part of you.
Exactly. Yeah. And now it is a part of me, so I can't even fake it no more. So, so yeah. So how all those things that you've been through as a kid, growing up, made you the person that you are today?
I think in having like a big family, I think that taught me loyalty and keeping the people close to me, keeping them trusting me and like and just supporting those people. I think growing up in like a smaller town made me want to not live in a small town now. Like I could never go back to my hometown to like live because there's not really anything to do. And I kind of just wanted to branch out from that. So I think it encouraged me to go to college outside of my state and travel. So I think in growing up in a tight-knit area, as much as it was nice, it was like cool to live around family and stuff and know a lot of people in the town. It did make me realize like there's more to the world than just where I grew up.
Yeah, I definitely feel in that. I definitely feel in that. But now we're gonna talk about the podcast a little bit. Like before we talk to you about your show, what inspired you to get into podcasting?
So it's something that my friends have been telling me to do for a while, just because I've been on so many bad dates or like had so many weird experiences with dating that they were like, you like write a book or like start a podcast, because the stories are just so ridiculous. So I really have to credit them for that, because it's nerve-wracking. I don't know if you felt this way, but like to put yourself out there is scary. Like I do have a good support system, but people could listen to you and as a teacher, like I do want to obviously keep those worlds separate. So it was a little scary, but I think once I started it, I was like, you know what? I'm having fun doing it. I'm meeting a lot of cool people. Like I get to, meet other podcasters and connect with them and collaborate. So now I'm in it.
And trust me, I get it. Getting yourself out there part. I completely get it. Trust me. But now let's talk about your podcast show. Dating Will Be the Death of Me.
Yes.
And I heard your show and wow, it's interrupted the show, and I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it right now. So tell us about the idea, the name, and everything, because that is a dope name. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's a dope name. I'm not gonna hold you.
Thank you. Well, it honestly feels like that is the truth a lot of the time. Like I just had a horrible situation where I posted on my Instagram about it and on Twitter too. Just the way that some people react in situations, and when you're going on a date with someone from an app, you don't really know them. You don't have any any kind of like references. Like no one knows the person in your life, so you really are just putting yourself out there to a total stranger. So it does honestly feel like I go on dates sometimes that are a total waste of time, or I've never felt unsafe, but like, I don't know, person could be crazy, person could like turn. And the situation that I had over the weekend, the guy that this was our third time hanging out, and it was going great, and then out of nowhere it just totally turned because I made fun of him burning some steak, and he apparently doesn't take joke. So yeah, that's kind of where the name came from, and I wanted something that does stand out, and I feel like that is an expression that people remember, so that's where that came from. And then yeah, kind of just trying to follow as many people that are currently podcasting and kind of, see what they're doing to make their podcast successful. People are so, like, the podcasting community is so cool and like welcoming, and everyone's willing to help each other, which is awesome. So I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, me too. And first thing, I got to shout out to my brother, the star Roddy Rod, who was just on your show recently. He was just on your show recently, and I heard that interview. That was a dope episode. Shout out to y'all too for that episode. And how was it? How was it doing that episode with him?
It was awesome, and I think it's so cool. I love getting like other people's perspective on what they've gone through and their experiences, and hearing from a guy's perspective as opposed to my perspective, and also like him being in a different city, kind of just hearing about that. He was awesome, and I would definitely love to have him back on because I feel like there's more stories that he could share. But yeah, that's honestly my favorite part. Sometimes I feel weird doing solo shows because I do miss like the interaction. So
yeah, and I'd be sure he'd be back. He might be listening to this episode, so he would know. He would know.
Yeah.
And also, let my audience know, where can they listen to your show?
Yeah, so I'm on all of the big platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I record on Anchor, so I'm available on Anchor, but also Good Pods, which is really now how I'm like connecting with people and kind of following everything there. So yeah, wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find me on there.
There you go. And also shout out to Good Pods, because Good Pods is an amazing platform. I love Good Pods. I'm not gonna lie, I love Good Pods.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that they're connected to like Goodreeds. I don't know if you
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I've been using Goodreads forever, but now that I'm in the podcasting world, I'm gonna use that a lot more.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So when your audience do listen to your show, what can they expect, and what is the goal for your show?
So my goal, I guess, would just to offer a space for me to kind of reflect and talk about my experiences, but also to have people come on and teach me things. My next episode, I'm really excited to put out tomorrow, is with a sexologist, and just hearing from people who, study things and like know a lot more than I do, and actually like have some credibility, because I'm just making up like flying by the seat of my pants. But yeah, I would say the goal is just to create like an open space for conversation, but also it's kind of like therapeutic for me to tell my stories and like get people's feedback. And a lot of people have reached out and said like, I've had an experience like that, and this is my story. So but you can expect honesty. It's even though I was so nervous about putting myself out there, I'm like, I want people to get the authentic story and know kind of what's up with me. But yeah, kind of, if you're someone who's interested in dating, or even if you're in a relationship, like I have some of my listeners reach out and they're just like, oh my God, I'm so happy that I'm not single and dating right now, because it sounds awful.
You trust
me.
Yeah. I could relate. And I'm gonna say this here. Hopefully, I'll be in your show in the future. So let's get that started. And I'm looking forward to your latest episode, because now you are like one of my favorite shows now. So
thank you.
Shout out to you. So shout out to you. So if you had to interview a celebrity guest, who would that dream guest be? Name 3.
Ooh, okay. This is so good. Issa Rae, I think, would be hilarious to have on. I love the show Insecure, and I feel like, obviously it's not a true story, but I feel like it's based on a lot of her actual life, and I would love to hear kind of like, you know, her experiences. So I would definitely have her on. I want to get someone from like X on the Beach or like one of those kind of more ridiculous dating shows. Because
like
I really want to know. What was it?
Oh, Temptation Island and all the other shows. And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, one where it's not really like as wholesome on the outside. Because I've had people on from like Netflix's Dating Around, and I feel like just hearing about what goes on behind the scenes was really cool. So I would love to know what happens on those shows. And then, selfishly, Michael B. Jordan, just because I want to talk to him, and like if we could be in the same room, that'd be awesome. But you know, talk about his recent breakup and stuff like that. So those would be my three.
That would be good. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, head up Amanda. She wants you on your hush. And also, you know what? I got some breaking news. I heard that Lori Harvey already moved on. She's now dating Jack Harlow. I heard.
What?
Yeah, I heard she's dating Jack Harlow now.
Didn't they break up like last week?
Yeah, that's what I heard recently. I was like,
damn.
Oh wow.
She moves quick.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh wow.
What's your take on her? Like, what's your opinion of her? Because I feel like everyone has.
You know, it's funny. I actually spoke of this on my latest episode that I just put out like yesterday. Last week. I mean, when I heard the story about them being together, I was like, wasn't sure about it. 'Cause I guess I thought it was like a PR stunt. But then as time went on, they started connecting, and so like, I'll start to root for them. And then they broke up. I'm like, oh dang.
Like you were on board, they like split up.
Yeah, I'm like, oh dang, and stuff like that. And the fact that I heard the reason why, because Michael wanted to be more serious, and she didn't. But now hearing the new news, it kind of makes sense now. Like it's kind of crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, man, I feel like that's such a good proof of like when people put on social media, they make everything look perfect. Like their relationship through pictures looked amazing.
Yeah.
But it's all for, kind of like you said, it's like a PR stunt. It's all for show. So.
Yeah, I would root for them, but it is what it is. But since you do have a relationship show, I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. So I'm gonna ask you some relationship questions now. I used to have this segment called Date Night Talk, which is now a full-on show. So I'm gonna do that right here. I'm gonna do that right here for you now. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right. So how do you feel about dating in their generation?
Dating in our generation?
Yes.
I think it's hard because I think there's so many people that aren't looking for something serious and aren't honest. Like, I think people would rather lie about their intentions to get, like, someone interested in them. And then, you know, when it gets too real, like with Lori Harvey, like, Michael B. Jordan just wanted something real with her. And then it was too much. So I feel like I experienced that a lot. I don't think that the apps are a bad thing. I feel like a lot of people kind of talk down on them. But I think it is a cool way to meet people that you might not, like, run across, because I don't know about everyone else, but I kind of get in the habit, like, I go to the same places, I see the same people, and I occasionally will get out of my comfort zone, but usually it's like I'm out with friends and I really want to catch up with them. So I think there's parts of the apps that are tricky, but I think that is something, I would say it's a net positive for our generation, but I don't know. I don't know if everyone is as like focused on settling down as maybe like past generations, but I also think that there's a lot of reasons why, like, and maybe everyone's just like a little bit delayed compared to past generations.
And that's a good answer. That is a good answer. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good answer. And you already answered one of my other questions about dating apps, so I don't have to ask you that no more. So that's good. That's good. So So what is your current relationship status, and how long you been that status?
So I'm currently single. I'm out in the dating world, and I've been single. I haven't really been in like a legitimate relationship in a year. I broke up with my last ex last June. So yeah, almost exactly a year. But I've had like flings here and there, but yeah, trying to find the one.
I feel you on that. I feel you that. And that person is coming. Don't worry, that person's coming. We gonna be good one day. We gonna be good. so give us a good dating experience, like a good date, and a bad dating experience, like a bad date.
So I'll start with a good date. I had kind of like a marathon date where I met the guy. We were out at a bar. We like instantly started having a good time. Like we connected, and then we ended up like hanging out all night. The next morning we got breakfast. We went go-karting, and then we went to like an amusement park and spent like the whole next day together. And I feel like that was a good date because like the connection was instant. It didn't feel awkward at any point in like the 24 hours that we spent together. Obviously that ultimately didn't work out, but it was like a good first impression, and I ended up seeing that kid for like 4 months. So yeah, it was nice having that like instant comfort and not feeling, like I was getting sick of him or he was getting sick of me. So that was a good experience. Bad experience. Oh, there's so many. There's so many.
Okay, you know what? I guess name two.
Two. So a recent one would be when we were out and the whole day, like the whole time was going well, like the conversation was good. And then he brought up religion, and I'm not a very religious person at all. And like he is, and that's perfect for him. That's awesome. But like, I feel like when I said I wasn't, that kind of where the conversation should have stopped. But then he was like trying to tell me that I should convert to a religion, and I'm just like, that's not appropriate. I don't think. Like, I'm gonna respect you. You're allowed to have your views and whatever, but it just got weird, and I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. So that one was it was weird, and it ended kind of awkward. And then, yeah, I would say the most recent one with the guy getting mad when I made a joke about him setting the fire alarm off. He literally like was yelling at me to get out of his house, and I was like, what happened?
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. I called my cousin when I got out. I was like, just in shock. I was like, what? Like, I don't even understand. Like, clearly there was something deeper, but I'll never know because he blocked me on everything. So not that I want to know, because clearly there's something a little bit off.
Yeah. When I saw that post when you posted on your story, I was like, oh wow, like that story, like I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of crazy when I was seeing that story myself.
Yeah, like, and everyone was like, is this real? I'm like, yeah.
Wow. And do you feel this generation still believe in marriage?
I think so, yeah. I know I have friends that are married. I have friends that are like in long-term relationships and looking to get married eventually. I just think everyone is being a little bit more like, people want to be settled like financially before they do that. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? How do you think that people are still?
I do think people do believe in marriage, but I do agree with the part of people want to be financially better before they get to that step. And like people want to get to that step, but we want to make sure we good, so we can be able to take care of our wife, of our family. Right. We don't want to do something and we can't be struggling. We don't want to go through that. So yeah. So I do believe in marriage too. I do think people do believe in marriage as well. Yeah,
maybe just our generation is more wary of it because of like the divorce rate and stuff, and maybe like seeing, like I know my parents both had to work really hard when I was growing up. They're still together. They've been married for like 36 years, which is awesome.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
they definitely, I mean, they got married when they were 22, so they were like babies.
That's you know what's funny? My parents got the same similar story. They've been married for almost 40 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
And they got married, I believe, like in their 20s too. So I definitely, that's the main thing that people do marry and stuff like that. And yeah, it's amazing plan.
Do you ever think like, wow, if I got married when I was 22, I would be married to this person, and like think back to it and are so happy that you didn't marry that person?
Yeah. Some people, yeah. I thought about a few people. But maybe I'll say that when I come on your show. Maybe I'll say that.
We'll see.
But we're going to switch gears a little bit. So as you know, we are in the pandemic. We are still in the pandemic. Hopefully we get fully out of it soon. So how did the pandemic affect you? What did you learn from it? And also, I asked you the question: how had dating been during the pandemic?
Yeah, so it definitely had a big impact right off the bat with like being a teacher, going full remote, and looking back, it's weird. I feel bad saying this, but I get like weird nostalgia for that time, because like in terms of work, I literally had to work 2 hours a day during that time. Yeah, like I went out, I signed on for my Zooms, and no one signed in, so it was me just like with the Zoom open just in case any kid popped on, but it was like not required for them. And so even the 2 hours that I did have to work, I was like grading their work from the week before or whatever. So now it's so different, and this year has been like honestly the hardest year ever, and it's made me rethink my whole career, and that's probably the biggest impact. I experienced a lot of loss throughout the past 2 years, which so many people did, and that's why like it feels weird to have nostalgia for that time. But so even like when everyone was fully in quarantine, I was still on the apps and would do some like virtual dates. And that's when I found out about Netflix's like whatever Netflix party where you could watch. So I feel like I watched, what was it? Tiger King? Was that the name of it?
Oh yeah.
That sounds weird to me right now.
That was it. Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, so I watched that like with someone that I was seeing like virtually. But yeah, over the past year, it's gotten more back into like actually meeting up with people. Like not as many people are worried about, wearing masks or whatever. But yeah, it's weird just to be like, where would we be now if this all didn't happen? I don't know if you ever think about that. Like
I do actually. I do wonder like, how would it be now if this never happened? I did think about that too.
Yeah.
I like a lot. The pandemic was crazy. It was crazy, and dating too. It just changed like everything. Sadly, I had to go through dating that for the first time, and I don't enjoy dating that like that.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you said you're in New York, right? So you guys were like really shut down a lot more.
Yeah, we were really shut down. It was really bad out here. I mean, we good now, but we were really bad out here. Yeah. But I get myself back out there too. So one day at a time, and we see what happens.
Summer 2022, summer of love.
There you go. So what is your dream venture? Like something that you always want to do?
Ooh, I've always wanted to open like a bakery, which is like so random, but yeah. That's a good question. What's yours?
Oh, I don't know. That's a lie. I have a lie.
I'm turning your question back on you.
I know. I mean, I love when my guests do that. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lie. I mean, I'm gonna most likely travel more because I don't travel a lot. So I think traveling would be like one of the main things I would want to do. But not only travel in the U.S., but travel outside the U.S. too. That would be, that's probably my main thing. One dream that I should really want to do more.
What's your first place you would go if you could go anywhere? What's top of the list?
Paris, France.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I know. But you say open a bakery. That's dope. That's dope. You should do that too.
Yeah, me and my grandmother always used to cook or bake together, and I feel like I like it. It's soothing. It's not something that stresses me out. So, yeah, maybe if anyone wants to fund that venture.
anything possible. So you just never know. You just never know. So other than the podcast, do you got any other projects you're working on or you want to work on?
Not really. Nothing outside of like my job right now, but I'm trying to focus on just this one podcast before I because I think that, like, for example, you have multiple different like shows and stuff. Yeah. And I feel like I need to find my footing with this first before I start kind of looking elsewhere, but who knows? I'm trying to take it like one day at a time, and then if something comes up.
Yeah, anything possible, and I know whatever you're about to do, I'm looking forward to it because I enjoy your content right now, so I'm looking forward to it. So, what do you have to say for anybody that going the same route as you, as in like the podcast, dating? Give them some inspiration.
Inspirational. It's like corny, but just like keep going. I feel like it's so easy to get discouraged, and it's so easy to like, I don't know, think of yourself as like a victim, or I'm always like, damn, I'm just so unlucky. Like, why do I have to go through all of this? But, just keep going. And for as many bad experiences that you go through, there's good experiences that you're going to go through too. And just focus on those. Because I think it's so easy to fall into like that negative self-talk or focus on the negative. And that doesn't really serve anyone. So I'd say just keep your head up. Keep going.
That's good advice. That's good advice. And like you said, you gotta go through the bad before you get to the good. So I definitely could relate to that. And yeah. So before you go, we're gonna play a segment game called 5 Random Topics. Well, we ask you five random topics, and you just answer them the best way that you can. Are you ready? Oh, you know what? I might give you 7. I'm gonna change it. I love the conversation. I'll give you 7.
Okay. All right.
All right. So first is what is your favorite song right now? It could be new or old. It don't matter. Like what you listen to right now.
So Bad Bunny just put out his new album, so I'm really on that whole. I mean, there's like so many songs on it, but Después de la Playa is like a jam. So that's like when I'm driving to school and I need like a pick me up, I'll put that on.
Okay, nice. Shout out to Bad Bunny. Shout out to Bad Bunny.
Yes.
Okay. So what is your favorite dating spot?
Like to go on a date?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find like because I just moved recently. I'm trying to find a new spot that's like close to me, but there's a brewery like 20 minutes away, which I really like, and it's close enough where it's not a hassle to get to, but it's also far enough away where I don't feel like I'm gonna run into people I know.
Yeah, trust me, I could relate about that. I could relate. My favorite movie?
The Departed or Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park's like my classic.
That's a classic.
The Departed because I'm from Boston.
Nice. Major turn off.
Ooh, bad teeth.
Yeah, I could relate to that. I could relate to that.
Yeah.
One place you want to live. If you had to choose any place you want to live, what would it be?
Costa Rica for sure.
That sounds nice. That sounds nice.
I was there in 2016, and everyone's just so nice, and like you're by the ocean. You have like so many different things to do. So I would go there.
I might answer this myself too. I want to live anywhere by the water. That's nice. Anywhere by the water is nice for me.
Yeah, I feel like you're happier when you're by the water.
Yeah, I agree. Good thing it's a spot in New York down where you just go by the water and like it's a pier. That would be like my good spot where I go to and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, just a little fact to throw out there. All right. Who? Do you know the thing versus?
Yeah.
You know about versus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so out of the verses, who would you pick? Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC. I'm an NSYNC girl. Who would you pick?
I'll NSYNC. I mean, I like both of them. I like both of them, but I'm gonna go with NSYNC. I'm gonna go with NSYNC as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a curveball for this next one. All right, who would you pick, Beyonce or Rihanna?
That is mean. You can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna. That's tough. So if I pick Beyonce, does that include Destiny's Child or no?
I mean, you could, because I'm pretty sure if they do a versus, Destiny's Child would be a part of it. So yeah, you could, yeah.
Damn it, that's so hard. Okay, I'm
gonna say Rihanna as well. I mean, I talk about Beyonce a lot. I talk about Beyonce a lot on my show. I mean, I like Beyonce, but you know, sometimes she could be overrated at times. But I don't hate her. But Rihanna though, I like Rihanna a lot more better though. That's just me.
Yeah.
I feel like.
What was it?
And I said, don't hate me to the audience. Don't hate me, y'all.
Yeah, right. If I could choose both, I would choose both. But yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, y'all. Beyonce do make good music, but I would prefer Rihanna. And plus, I wasn't the biggest Destiny's Child fan, so that's nothing.
No, okay. See, that's where it's hard for me. I used to. Oh my God, my poor parents. We used to go up to Maine, which is like a 4-hour drive from here, and I had like my what do you call it? My Walkman, and I remember when. What's the Destiny's Child album? Survivor was on, but I literally just that was on repeat.
Oh, I know.
Was it Survivor?
I think it was Survivor. I think it was Survivor. I know that same album had Bootylicious on it as well. Yeah. I think it was Survivor. Yeah.
Which I mean, I have not a good singing voice at all, and my poor parents to be stuck in a car with me. But it was so good.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did like some songs for Destiny's Child, but I don't like everything for Destiny's Child. So pick. You know, they're not my first choice. It doesn't say they're not my first choice. It doesn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it one more verse just for fun. Okay. Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Christina. I was a Christina fan for sure.
Nah, I definitely agree with Christina as well. I was a Christina fan too. I like Christina. And last question is and one more question. Food that you don't like.
Ooh. Food that I don't like. I'm like slowly opening up to more and more things, but probably shrimp. I don't like shrimp. What about you?
That's kind of hard because I like everything. I'm pretty much like everything, but.
So you ask all the hard questions and then you can't answer them.
Trust me, I do it to all my guests. I always ask hard questions to all my guests. It's hard. So many questions are hard for me too. So that was like, food that I don't like. If I had to pick something I don't like, I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of hard for me. I don't even know. I know plantains is one. And black eyed peas another one. It's it's a few things. I like a lot of stuff. I like a lot of stuff. But Amanda, thank you for coming on the show. It was really fun. It was really fun to have you on the show.
Yeah, this was awesome.
And I definitely want to bring you back. Definitely gonna bring you back. And definitely check out Dating Will Be the Death of Me. It's a dope podcast show. And I enjoyed it. And but thank you for coming on the show. And before you go, drop your social media where they can reach you and everything, and then drop the podcast show where everybody can listen to it and everything. Just your time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, thank you so much for having me on. So if you want to listen, it's Dating Will Be the Death of Me. Like I said, on all of the podcast platforms. You can follow me on Instagram at Dating Will Be the Death of Me, and on Twitter at Dating Death of Me. And I'm slowly using Twitter more, but I'm more like active on Instagram. So that's where you would find out about like when I'm dropping new episodes or doing polls and stuff and getting feedback from my followers. So definitely follow, definitely listen. And I would love to come back on. So
I definitely will be back on, and check out Dating Will Be the Death of Me every Tuesdays, right? You come on Tuesday, every Tuesday.
Yep.
Every Tuesday, and check it out. Yeah, we'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. I'm MrGentleman like the podcast and the Premier Boy podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman like the podcast spin-off shows. And MrGentleman like the podcast has many spin-off shows, but we're gonna talk about this one fan favorite spin-off show called the Old School Show with myself and the star writer Rod, where we talk anything old school, from movies, music, TV shows, childhood memories, and many more. Love the show because of this nostalgic feel, and it's always been fun when we have many special guests come to the show. And you know, if y'all want to check out this spin-off show, y'all can check it out every 4th and sometimes 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. Every 4th and sometimes 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. Also, we have another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many unsigned artists about their music journey, and we play their song on the show, so many audience could know about their music. I wanted to play a platform from unsigned artists so they could come on the show, and so we could spread the word so everybody could take the time and take out their music and stuff like that. Also on the show, we have many roundtable discussion about music. And y'all want to check out this show, y'all can check it out every first Sunday at 12 a.m. Every first Sunday at 12 a.m. You can check out both spin-off shows on MrGentleman like the podcast network. And of course, we have many more spin-off shows coming real soon. But you can check out the Old School Show and A Conversation About Music podcast right now. And this is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman from MrGentleman like the podcast. And have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Cheers! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning into this latest episode of MrGentleman like the podcast. Thank you to my special guest Amanda from Dating Will Be the Death of Me for coming on the show. Thank you for taking the time to tell your dating stories. Thank you for being so open about this. Thank you for being so honest. And thank you for just being real. And I really enjoyed this episode, and I'm glad that you had a good time as well. And I know you're about to do amazing things, and with everything that you're about to do, I am here for it. So continue to grow the show. Don't give up. Continue to grow the show and keep doing everything. Also, don't give up on love, because you definitely deserve it. So just continue to do amazing things and continue to tell your stories. And once again, thank you for coming on the show. I can't wait to bring you back for a feature episode. I know you got a lot more dating stories. And I'm definitely willing to hear more stories. And I also look forward to coming on your show in the future. And so I can tell you my stories. So that would be an amazing thing. But once again, thank you, Amanda, for coming on the show. Check out her show. Dating Will Be the Death of Me every Tuesdays. And you already know, even though the show is on off season, check out the Premier Boy podcast with myself, Aaron Kintok-Sands, the star writer Rod, and long live the chief, Molly Mal. We're on season 1, and season 2 is available right now. Season 3 is coming real soon. Even though I won't be a part of season 3 at the moment, but I know my brother is going to hold it down when I'm not around. So look out for season 3 of the Premier Boy podcast coming real soon. Also, check out the shows that I played behind the scenes on. Check out the new season of King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by my brother, Aaron Kintok-Sands, season 3, September 23rd. But until then, y'all can check out the Road to Season 3 episodes. The 2 episodes of those is out now. You can check out all those shows this summer until the new season come out. So check out King Talk with Aaron Sands. The new season coming in September. So look out for that. Also, look out for my other show that I'm working behind the scenes called A Conversation with a Star, hosted by my bro, the star writing Rod, coming real soon. So we don't have a release date for that show yet, but you know my bro is about to do his thing with that show, coming real soon, y'all. But also look out for my bro other show, The Bridge podcast with the bro, long live the chief, Matty Mal. coming soon as well. I'm not behind the scenes on that show, but he's a part of Premier Boy Podcast. So support all of the Premier Boy Podcast projects, y'all. We're about to do amazing things. We're about to really do amazing things on this podcast platform. So check it out, y'all. And y'all already know where I'm at every Sundays. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. We are on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. You can also listen on my website, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I gotta put the YouTube channel a lot more. I have a YouTube channel too. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ken, aka MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Network. Ken, aka MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Network on YouTube. Subscribe. I do need some more subscribe for YouTube. So yeah, as y'all already know, we got 4 more episodes of season 5, y'all. 4 more episodes of season 5. And next episode, we are doing the Money in the Bank prediction show with my brothers, Aaron King Sands, and Long Live the Chief Molly Mal. So that's the next episode, Money in the Bank prediction. This will be the first Money in the Bank prediction show. So look out for it. Also, we got the spin-off series from MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod. New episodes every 4th or 5th Sundays at 12 a.m. Even though we are on a short break for the Old School Show, but we will be returning with new episodes in August. So remember, Old School Show every 4th or 5th Sundays at 12 a.m. New episodes in August, second half of season 2. We return in August for the Old School Show. Also, we got MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents a conversation about music podcast every first Sundays at 12 a.m. We are on a season break, but we will be returning for season 2 in October. So, also, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents a conversation about music every first Sunday at 12 a.m. And also, don't forget, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Ms. Vanna B. Every first and third Thursdays at 12 a.m. Every first and third Thursdays at 12 a.m., y'all. Also, y'all can rate the show. Y'all can rate MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. You can rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and Pod Chasers, y'all. The more y'all rate the show, the more people know about MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Also, if y'all want to be a guest on the show, whether it's the main series, the Old School Show, Date Night Talk, and conversation about music podcast, y'all can send me an email. Just send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, KenYPGENT@gmail.com, KenYPGENT@gmail.com, so we can set you up to be on the show. Cause I am looking for more guests for all the spin-off series and season 6. So send me an email, or y'all can hit me up on social media, Ken_MrGentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MrGentleman, GentleMan. Hit me up on social media. I always answer back. Chill. Also, y'all can add me on Good Pods, y'all. Ken, MrGentleman. And y'all already know I love Good Pods, y'all. I love Good Pods, man. It's definitely one of my favorite podcast apps now, man. You know, Good Pod catered to many indie podcasters. You can see what everybody's listening to. You can interact with other podcasters and also interact with the audience. And also, they have the charts, y'all. We have the charts. So right now, I'm about to do the chart review where I review every chart, whether it's on Good Pod, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more, and see where is MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. So we're going to start off with the Good Pod charts. We're going to start off with the top 100 shows. And right now, due to this recording, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast on top 100 shows, we are number 11 on the number charts. We are number 11 on the number chart, and we are number 9 on the indie charts. For society and culture, we are number 5 for the Noble chart, and we are number 4 on the indie charts. For documentary, we are number 2 for the Noble chart, and we are still number 1 for the indie charts. And y'all, this is crazy. We've been number 1 on the indie for a good 3 months, y'all. About to be 4. So this is amazing. Like, thank y'all for keeping us number 1 on the indie charts. That's means a lot. That is crazy, y'all. And we are also on the Apple Podcast charts. And we are through on the Apple Podcast chart for documentary. We are number 53 in Jamaica. So shout out to Jamaica for still listening to Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast, man. Y'all, like I said, man, I say it every time that I thank y'all for listening. You know, it's truth, y'all. Like, I'm humbled by everybody listening, and I'm humbled by the show growing every day, you know, and giving us a chance. So once again, thank y'all for listening to Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast. Mean a lot. Y'all can check out the website, y'all. Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast website, the official Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast website, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. On the website, y'all can check out every episode from Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast. We got a guest profile. You can see what everybody guests who've been on the show. And the update every time we have a new guest. Y'all can check out every podcast appearance that I've been on. And that's through Growing as well. Y'all can buy the merch. We got the link on the website. Y'all can buy the Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast merch on the website. And many more. So support the website, y'all. And yeah, how to support the show? Basically, how I want y'all to support the show is share the show. Listen, share it to your friends, share it to everybody. You know, y'all can buy the merch. Put it up to y'all. Y'all buy the merch. Y'all can leave a tip on Good Pods. Leave a tip on Twitter. Y'all can rate the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and Podchaser, and many more. And once again, thank y'all for supporting Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast. And thank y'all for tuning in to the latest episode of Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast. Have a good day or night, wherever you're listening to this episode.
This is Natalie Armstrong, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.